Intermittent fasting is such a popular diet nowadays. But did you know that the Bible lays out a handful of different types of fasting? Well, I'm going to show you all of them coming up. Hi, I'm Tyler, and this is 517 Fitness, the YouTube channel dedicated to helping you lose weight and gain faith. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. In Matthew, Jesus lays out the foundation of what should be at the core of a fast. But as a Christian, what type of fast should we do? Here is a clip from my free fasting course, A Christian's Guide to Fasting, where I tell you every type of fasting in the Bible and how it would relate to you and how you can do it. We know the history. We know we should fast. We know the reasons why we should fast. We know what to focus on when we fast. So now let's get into the actual practical part of fasting. We need to figure out what type of fast we're going to do. So when it comes to fasting, there's a bunch of types. So let's just go through them. The first one is your normal fast. This is actually going to be, majority of the time, the type of fast that you're going to do. This is when you abstain from food, just food, for a significant amount of time. Maybe it's a day, maybe it's just a period of the day, maybe it's a couple of days. But this is the normal fast. You can still drink water, but you abstain from all food. This is going to be like, actually Jesus, when you read the story of Jesus's fast, the 40 days in the desert, it talks about how he was hungry, but nowhere does it mention his thirst. So it would imply that he actually did a normal fast. And these are just my names for them. There's nothing in the Bible that actually gives these categories to fast. But the normal fast is just no food, you can drink water. Then there's a partial fast. This is more like Daniel. Daniel did a partial fast where he only ate vegetables and drank water. So that one's a good one if you're kind of getting into fasting but are a little bit scared to jump fully into just water. I highly suggest reading the story of Daniel and how he fasted and go through that. Then there's the absolute. Let's learn how to spell. Absolute is nothing. You're not drinking, you're not eating, it's just you and God. This is Esther, actually. In the story of Esther, she calls for a fast where nobody eats, nobody drinks. So that's a pretty intense one. I'll be honest, I have never done this one. I've done these two. This one I've not dabbled in yet. And the fourth, when it comes to this category of fast, is the supernatural. Supernatural is pretty much the only way I can describe it. This occurs twice in the Bible. The very first one is Moses. This is where it's the 40 by 40. 40 days, 40 nights, no food, no water. It is absolute to the extreme. Moses does it and Elijah do it. The thing that is the most important when thinking about this one is both of these men did this while on Mount Sinai. And I feel like I'm saying that word wrong. But on the mountain that God gave Moses the 10 Commandments and all the commandments and whatnot. This one, I'm just going to be blunt. Nobody's going to be doing. If you're going to do this one, you know hands down that God is speaking to you and that this is what you need to do and whatnot. I just put it in this category because it does actually happen twice in the Bible. And so I think it's important to at least know that that is an option, but it is 99.9 of you are not going to do that. I cannot stress that one enough. With that said, God has the power to let you do that just for health and legal reasons. Relax on trying to do that one. Okay? Besides, so these are the types of fast you can do. There's then another category that comes into play. And that's kind of who's involved. There's 3 types here. There's going to be a private, a congregational one, and then a national one. All 3 of these are talked about in the Bible. Individual, Jesus. There's the congregational, when a church fasts together, and then a national one. Like I kind of talked about Abraham Lincoln calling for and those types of things. So the other thing you kind of want to think about before figuring out what type of fast you want to do is the timing of it. There's a regular fast and an occasional. A regular fast, these are going to be the fasts that actually correlate with holidays, festivals, Yom Kippur, those types of things. The occasional, this is going to be 99% of you. Or the reason why you're actually taking this course is if tomorrow, unless tomorrow is, let's just say Yom Kippur, you decide to fast, it's an occasional fast. So I would say 95% of the fasts that will happen after taking this course are going to be either, majority of them are going to be a normal, private, occasional fast. Some of you might do a part, some of you might do an absolute, but for the most part, they will all be a private one, and they will all be an occasional. Cool? So now that we know exactly what we're going to do, let's talk about what we're going to do while we do the fast. If you want to know more about fasting, there is a link in the description down below that will send you straight to this free course, A Christian's Guide to Fasting. What questions do you have about fasting? Have you ever fasted before? I would love to know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new to 517 Fitness, hit that subscribe button or give it a big thumbs up. It really helps this channel grow. And remember, God loves you and created you in His image to be a temple for Him. God bless, finish strong, and I will see you in the next video.